Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Spring Scratch Start Episode 16. It is now January, and we have products to sell, so we're going to actually just get going on that right away. But our main drive for this month is to sell our products. After that, if there are any decent contracts, we'll probably do them. And then beyond that, we may just move straight on into February, depending on how much we've got to do here. Not a lot of reason. Not a lot of reason to stay in January in the snow with nothing to do. So, how our canola oil. Right. So that's the plan. So I'm going to finish getting this guy loaded up and dealt with. We're still looking to purchase Field 8. We need 184,000 for that, and we still need equipment, a bigger forage wagon, for example. Somehow I will be able to get rid of this thing. So, right. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, we're loaded up with all of our flour, and now we just need to go see. Alright, it apparently isn't actually the best month or the best time, but it's close enough. Go get 27,000 at the bakery. Now the bakery's pretty close too, so we're gonna drive over there. The bakery's just right around the corner. And we're just gonna go sell this stuff. Yeah, it's just up and around the corner here. It's right here, in fact. They need flour, I imagine. They're a bakery after all. Yep, 26 plus 2,700 environmental score. We are moving along on our quest to acquire Field 8. And now we gotta go back to the yard and go sell wood. The canola is about $2,000 less profit if we sell it now versus waiting until next year. The canola oil anyway. We still have some other products. We got to sell that straw too. So that's probably going to go to the animal dealer. But our first thing we'll do is the wood real quick like. We do need to get a forestry mulcher to get rid of these bigger stumps. We won't need something like the Trex thing. We just need a trailed one or a mounted one rather than a whole big machine for it. We do need to get rid of these stumps. I'm going to get this loaded up, and I'll see you at the wood store. Well, at the playground maker. Alright, here we are. We did pretty good in wood, but we did kind of skip a month, but that's okay. Another 16. We started, well, we left December with 54,000, and we're up to 113. Field 8 is in sight. Although I'd rather, I guess, wait until March or April when either they planted it or paid us to plant it. So we may just build up the money so that we can also get a new forage wagon and maybe a faster tractor. We need our own seeder, we need our own planter, we need our own cultivator, maybe various things for sure. But our next task is to sell straw. And straw, as I thought, it goes to the animal dealer. It's going to be quite a few cartloads. Because we have quite a bit of it. And our trailer there is only small. But I think we should do it with this guy, actually. I know I just started that guy up, but it's okay. So we're going to get our straw loaded up and drive back and forth to the animal dealer a bunch. I don't think it would be worth renting a bigger trailer for this. Now, owning a bigger trailer, it would probably be a worthwhile thing. But not right now. I really want to get this. I think I actually am changing my mind. I want to buy this before they plant it, in case they plant it in something crazy like peas or something. So I'd rather just get it bought as quickly as possible and put my own crop in it. They have cultivated it for me and all of that, so that's good. Although if I do get it before it's planted, I'll probably plow it just to avoid having to deal with weeds in the future, or for that crop cycle anyway. So right over here is where we're going to be selling our straw, and like I said, it's quite a few runs, so I'm just gonna get her done and get back to you with a total. But we'll see how much a trailer's worth. I mean, we already know how much we're gonna get. We're gonna get 24,000 total. So it's not gonna be a whole lot for a 20,000 liter trailer of straw. But this is the best price, so yeah, about 2,000 per trailer. So again, I will come back and see you at the end of this sell run. Okay, this is the last load, and I count 12. I could be wrong, I might have missed one or counted one twice, but I count 12 full loads. There is a few thousand left in the separator, but I'm not gonna drag that out. So now we need to stop and think about whether we're gonna stick around here in the snow or whether we're gonna go to February. We will take a quick look here. We've got some canola oil, but it's only 9,000 worth. Yep, our soybeans won't be good for selling till July. So that's our next real, like, harvest profits. So if we're going to get about 200,000, so we have a little bit of money left in the bank, we're going to need to do some contracts or just move on to February. I think moving on to February is the call here. So we're just going to get home and move on to February and call it good. So we're about to leave January for February at 141,899. So we're really close. Hopefully there are better contracts in February, because I don't think there's any work we can do on our own stuff, although we might be able to sell some more wood, which would be cool. So I will see you in February. All right, February it is, 151. That's the unrealistic forager. That's on sale. So let's have a look at our contracts. Just deadwood, rock removal, and wood transport. And of course it's gonna snow more. I don't think we have any maintenance or anything to do. I think we might skip February entirely and just move straight on into March. If we can get that field before it's planted, we could put oat in it, which would be a nice forageable one. It looks like we do have a bit of money in the wood, but we can just take that next month. And yeah, as far as all of that goes, now the grain mill might be, no, it's fine for now. We are out of everything. So, right, it's just straight on to March. Let's just look at precision farming real quick, like, just to make sure there's nothing we need to do to these fields. pH is still good. Nitrogen's still good. Yep. No weeds. Hmm. 13 was mulched. Nice. All right. Well, that's that for that. So on to March. Okay, this is way better. We don't have a harvest to do that I'm aware of. We've got barley in both, which is June. We've got nothing to sell in March except planks. So we will sell our planks and whatnot. That will probably get us up to where we need to be. We're also going to need to throw some wood in that thing. I don't like the looks of that. It looks like we might have planted. No, good. All right. So we're just going to put this wood on here and get it sold. Lots of selling this episode. And then we can probably get a decent contract. Probably get a decent contract out of March. So right, we're gonna load this wood up and get it off to the playground. Right. 172, that's gotta get us close enough. Now, hopefully I can actually turn around. This is always the biggest problem with this. I don't want to drive all the way around. That just seems ridiculous. Right, so let's have a look at our possible contracts. Fertilizing, hoeing. We own a hoe. Let's go hoe 38 for 7 grand. That will That will certainly help. And then if we do something else as well, we could go cut some trees down for 15. I'm not really feeling that. 42's on the way. We'll take that one as well. We'll just get a bunch of hoeing done. So I will see you at the fields where we are going to be hoeing. Okay, here we go. Field 38, a quick hoeing job. Hopefully it actually does some hoeing. Yep, alright. Yeah, it's actually kind of a big field, but we've got plenty of time in March. And the rain doesn't matter. Although, oddly enough, we're going to get a brief cloud at some point here. We should already be in the cloudy, but then following that, we're going to get more rain. So I'm glad we're not actively planting today, although we kind of need to for our oats, right? Okay, we could plant next month. We could plant field 8 next month with oats. So we do have a bit of time there. But right, let's hoe this up real quick. Alright, that is this contract all but done. And yes, there we go. Alright. Let's collect these, see if we can afford that field yet. We've got 182, so not quite. I suspect we ought to go see about another collectible, actually, and I'm going to send this guy home. Go to my house, please. And I'm going to go check out this bee farm. I suspect there's a collectible around here somewhere. So just looking for something, maybe basket, wheelbarrow. Lots of beehives here. This might be the thing to buy when we start needing honey. Wonder if it's in the shed. I don't think I've checked these things out yet, so it very well might be in the shed. Apparently not. I believe there is a collectible somewhere near this. These are never it. Okay, looks like it's probably not in the house. Right, well, I'm going to have a good search around. Oh, I saw something. Oh, open door. Very well could be in here then. Or not. That's always an option. Like I said, I'm going to have a good long search around here and see what I can find. Okay, after much searching, I finally recognized this thing. It's a little metal bucket thing, and we've got our money for that field. So it is time to go over there and buy it, rather than risk them planting something scary in it or hard to deal with. So here we go. We now own field 8. Oh, F is blocked by an object, but it doesn't matter. And I don't know why that thing is not... It didn't cancel. Whoops, I did not want to hit that. There we go. All right. So, as I said, I really wanted to get that field, and I think we're gonna plow it up to avoid, or maybe we need to lime it. We may need to lime it. That's something else we need to own, is a liming spreader. But let's look, let's have a look at this thing. Under that, we will buy the soil info, 2100. Yep. Here's the yield map. Tram lines, none. Good deal. Economic analysis. Right. All right. And let's have a look at, yeah, pretty good, mostly. Really wants nitrogen, and I am guessing we could get the pH to be better. Although pH looks pretty good, actually. I don't think we need to do that. Weed control. Yeah, I think our best bet here is to do some preemptive weed control with a nice quick plow. Oh no! I dropped the... Oh. Yeah, we're gonna plow her up and get her done. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take a little while. So we'll get it plowed up and I'll come back to you. Okay, well that is the field basically plowed. We can get oats in it today, I think. If I get a decent planter, we have 230 horsepower to work with. So our main limitation is going to be money. We've only got 6,000 in the bank. So as far as seeders go, we need something that can be leased for under 6,000. We also need to fertilize this thing, but we can do that after or during planting, I think. So we're just going to leave this guy right in the middle of the field so that he bugs us throughout. And we're going to go look at seeders here. And see what our options are. Let's see about, can we even afford to lease this guy? 4,500. But that doesn't include the tank. I'm going to have a gander at all of these and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to lease this Great Plains one again. It's 4.6 meters, 2,700. Leaves us enough money to get. We actually got an hourly infusion from the lettuce. So that will give us enough money to possibly get some fertilizer. We've got seeds over there. So we just got to go pick this thing up and get set up for our planting opportunity here. Yeah, that thing is, oh, you know what I was going to look at with you guys was the weed control. I'm not sure where that, is that under economic analysis? I'm not sure where the weed control thing was. It's apparently I saw a weed control value somewhere and I'm not seeing it now. So I'll find it again eventually. But at the moment I'm going to assume that we're not going to need to weed this thing and that our plowing efforts were good. So right, I'm going to get this all set up and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, we're set up to do this. What I think I'm going to do is just run out our existing solid fertilizer and assuming I run it out, I may not. It's not applying all that much. I think we're going to run it out, and then I'll just run the liquid fertilizer over the remainder, just to get it up into whatever I've missed. So, right, we're going to go with the grueling task of planting this field in 4.6 meter widths. Well, that was an absolute slog. I even hired a helper to do a lot of it. But we are finally planted with oat, which means we can just go drop our remaining seed off over here and get this thing fertilized. The remainder of the fertilization needs to be done. And then I think we'll be good. And I'm not going to be too, right. So we can return this thing. I think we paid for another hour. Where is it? The Great Plains. No. Huh. Only 0.6. But we return it. Goodbye, Great Plains. And we're not leasing anything. So now we can just pop the backpack on and get fertilizing. And we're full, so that's good. So I'm just going to hit the whole thing. It'll fertilize what's needed and not fertilize what's not needed. Yeah, there we go. It is doing the right thing, for sure. So with this, once we complete this quick job, that will be it for March. We will have gotten, well, go on, yeah. Cruise control for the win. This thing will be good. We're going to clear up that nitrogen setup. And then barley in a couple of months. In the meantime, we can make more money and possibly get more equipment. Should be a good set of contracts coming up in the next couple of months. So we'll probably be concentrating on contracts until we have enough money to buy our own seeder. I don't want that seeder. I want a better one. That's 6 meters. Seems like it might be a good option. We don't need a huge seeder, although that seeding took a lot. But this field's about as big as I want to get with the current level of equipment I can afford. Might even be a little bit too big, but it'll be okay. The oats will give us a bunch of oat flour, which we can sell next January. And we'll have more time to do it as it is, which will be good. So right. Alright, we've just got a little patch here, which I could have done better by taking this line that I'm currently highlighting instead of the outer line, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. I realized about 3/4 of the way through the outer line that I should have just taken the inner line. But that's that. And with that done, we are done with the month of March. Pretty late in the day, but we got a lot accomplished, and I'm pretty happy with it, especially considering we bought a field. So, and planted it. And if we just have a quick look at its status, it's doing pretty good. Don't have a yield map yet, but the seed rate was high, soil types, pH is goodish, and again, the nitrogen maybe we can hit again. I don't know what the colors might be in relation to something. Maybe we'll have to apply some more nitrogen again in a month or whatever, but we can give that a shot. And our grain mill is done processing all of that stuff, and our swath separator is done processing all of that stuff. Yeah, we ended up with about 3K straw left over, which I wasn't going to bother carting, and I didn't need to. We'll get a lot more straw as we swath other things. We don't need to be paying for soybean swathing separations when we're not doing it. The sawmill is out. So I am going to drag a tree over. I'm going to leave everything out in the middle of the yard. Okay, I'm going to knock that one over too. Because, yeah, I might as well just knock the plow over and call it good. I guess you can't drop those things while you're on a dead run. But okay, we're going to fill this sawmill up real quick, or at least throw a tree in it so that it continues processing overnight. And I'm going to get this tree out of the way because it's been bugging me anyway. We're going to have to remove a couple more trees along the way, like that big one right there. But yeah, I do believe this is where we say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.